Okay, so 14 is what they have to be after their stats for their dice roll. So this just shows what they need for their dice roll. Then we'll attack this
You
guy.
should have run!
Nice! Critical hit. 20 damage. He got obliterated. Hello. Thank you for joining my Let's Play for Pathfinder Kingmaker Definitive Edition. So just kind of why I want to play this game is Baldur's Gate 3 is around the corner. And this game just released its own turn-based combat. It used to be real-time with pause. There was a mod out for turn-based, but I never tried that out before. So what we're going to do here today is we're going to start a playthrough for Kingmaker, see how far we get before, you know, we either lose interest or move on to something new like Baldur's Gate. Let's get into it. So I don't know if you know this, but Pathfinder, we're going to do the main story here, is actually a subset of Dungeons & Dragons. It uses the 3.5 rule set. At least traditionally, they've recently come out with a new rule set. So it's a bit of a taste of what Dungeons & Dragons used to be. Right now, Dungeons & Dragons is using rule set 5, 5th edition. Alright, so we're just going to probably do normal. We'll set the critical hits to normal to be fair. Death's Door, sure. I don't even know what that does. I don't recall. I do know that I feel like I don't remember if they matched the rule books exactly, but that by playing with normal settings, the enemies usually come out as being rather difficult. So we're gonna put the playstyle as a bit of a normal playstyle just to try and make things a little bit less frustrating, especially since I don't want to have to reload all the time to try and do decently in battles. So let's and then we can always turn the difficulty up later. So the one thing I do want to make sure is the do not slow based off encumbrance. No, no, we don't want that. Okay. Companies with such on neither your character nor your companions will die from any damage or effect. So they can die is what we'll set it to, but we'll have to resurrect them. Fair. And alright, let's leave that. We're going to create a custom character. I have an idea. I did some exploring as to what I want to play. I'm going to play something a little bit different. A stealthy character. We're going to base it off of this portrait here. We got ourselves a half-orc, kind of rogue looking guy. We're going to go with a half-orc here. It won't really matter what he looks like too much. Mohawk. Although our guy has a ponytail. Ponytail option? Well, that one then. Beard, of course you gotta have a beard. Alright. Body size, skin color, and hair color should be all fine, so let's hit next. And then for the class we're gonna play as a Slayer. And what a Slayer is kind of a combination between a Ranger and a rogue. So it's going to be able to get sneak attacks like a rogue, but it's also going to get some combat feats like the ranger. But it doesn't get ranger spells, nor does it, I think, get companions. Anything else of interest over here? Okay, so let's give this a shot. I don't normally, although I haven't looked at these. Are any of these interesting? I don't know that we'd want to play these because it's going to delay the Slayer talents, which gets us our 2-weapon fighting feat. Spawn Slayer. Generations of warriors hold the line against impossible odds. Some of their ancient techniques persist to this day. Don't really know what that means. Studied Spawn. Spawn Slayer specializes in... I'm just going to pause and read this real quick. So it looks like there's not a big difference between Spawn Slayer and Slayer other than Spawn Slayer gets some bonuses against larger creatures. So I think we'll go with that option. So then when you do distribute our attributes here, we're going for a two-wielded weapon wielder with like a long sword and short sword sort of deal. So we're going to want a decent amount of strength and dexterity and constitution. And maybe a little bit of intelligence to make sure we get all the skills we want. So let's set our bonus to... Dexterity. Needs to be at least 15 to be able to use 2-weapon fighting. This needs to be as high as we can get it. And then this should be raised a little bit since we're going to be in combat. And then we might want to raise this a little bit just so that we can use some of our thoughts here. So let's do persuasion so that we're at least decent in conversation. And then what else can we spend on? Want mobility and athletics because those could potentially help us with combat. And we definitely want stealth so that we can potentially scout out enemies for sneak attacks. We have 1 point left. Do we need that point or could we get rid of it? Perception would be good, I think. Give us more options for conversations and whatnot. Jump into strength here. Got 1 point left. Well, I think we'll just put it into constitution for now. So we're choosing our ability. So there's a couple of different options here. We could pick 2-weapon fighting now, but that doesn't really make sense because at our next level, we're going to be able to choose a ranger combat style, such as archery or 2-weapon fighting. So we're definitely going to use that as our opportunity. And then on the 3rd level, we'll get another feat. So it looks like the Slayer gets feats similar to a fighter, and that they get one every level. But it looks like the pool that the Slayer chooses from is from the Ranger pool. Yep, so let's not do 2-weapon fighting. I think what we will do is either... Let's see, what do we need for outflank? I've heard of that one, which would be good to have for our companion, to work with our companions. What do we need to get that? Here it is. We need a base attack bonus 4, so we just need to level up. Because with this, what it means is if you and another character that's engaging combat with the same enemy are both attacking the creature, you get a bonus of +4 to attack rolls, which that's pretty large, because that could mean the difference between missing or hitting, which for some of the enemies with high AC is a big deal. So I think what we're going to do is maybe go after some defensive stuff initially. Otherwise, we could do a weapon focus if we want to decide which weapon to go for. The bonus is only +1, and it could potentially be a big deal early on, but at this point it might be better to focus on defensive abilities that will help us survive, such as a bonus to AC. Is there anything else in here that might be particularly useful? I think the only thing would be is if there's some benefit stealthy. Makes us extra quiet. Would be good because I'm planning on having this character be able to sneak behind enemies while our allies initiate combat, and then have him come behind and stab them. Is what we're planning on. So let's go for now, since we do have quite a few feats to choose from. We'll go for dodge. And that will open up, I think there's something that reduces the chance of getting hit with, let's see. That's not it. I think it's like combat maneuvers, combat mobility. Yeah, that's the one that requires dodge. So you get bonus +4 against attacks of opportunity, which would be good if I'm moving inside of people's combat ranges and they can see me. So let's go with dodge. Our character, I think I got a name ready that we could go with. Rannick.
I have no use for this. I'll carve my name onto your flesh. A mere flesh wound. We do
Confidence
it my
sounds
way.
pretty good.
I have no use for this.
Together we stand.
Probably not pious.
Adventures await. We cannot be defeated.
Brave's not too bad, but it kind of sounds too swashbuckling maybe.
You're done for.
A solid plan. The path is clear.
Too magey.
All this waiting bores me. Let's hear you cry!
A little too barbarian, but he does fit the half-orc sound pretty good.
Calm down. Not dead yet. This will hurt.
A little too anime to me.
Combat is adjourned. Ah, entertainment.
Definitely too dwarven.
I sense something. Does anyone require my counsel?
A mere flesh wound.
Go with confident. I feel like that matches our portrait we went with. Let me try and move this cat out of the way. Okay. So then, as far as our alignment, I usually play neutral good, so I think we'll just stay that route. Backstory, we'll say his family was killed by bandits, and he grew up hunting with a hatred for bandits, and has grown up to become a slayer of them, and travels seeking new enemies. And perhaps that also leaned into him becoming a spawn slayer of creatures, not just bandits. Alright. Okay. Go.
I'll take care of it.
Okay. Stolen lands are an almost wholly unsettled region in the northeastern section of River Kingdoms.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Continue.
Where are they? This is taking forever. They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the...
If you can't be patient,
Oops.
no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Uh-oh, who's coming?
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this
Of
new
course.
state,
How convenient.
as well as the noble title of its founder.
I'm sure they aren't going to get something out of it.
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful
Dirty
owner
bandits.
of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any question?
Well, there's a team of us. Who's going to get the title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
That's definitely a glass half empty sort of fellow.
If I may please answer the question.
Oh, sorry. She takes a long pause, waiting for the voices to die down as everyone directs her attention toward her.
We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
But the question is why wouldn't they just recognize the Stag Lord as Baron if he's controlling those lands?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
So, you're gonna help us found a barony, and what do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded.
Of course.
Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We
I
have
bet
need
they
of a
do.
ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
Noticing you've heard her comment, she winks at you coyly. What wards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
Money.
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
I should think so. That's probably a lot of money.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
True enough.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
Well, I guess it's clear as day as to what we're gonna do.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard.
Hello,
so
Lindsay.
This is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this Stag Lord a lesson?
My name's Rennick. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is Barons wear. It doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
I'm not a hero, I'm just a mercenary.
And what are you a mercenary for? Is it only riches? Or maybe you want glory too? Don't you want your feats to be remembered and glorified for centuries? Just listen. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case,
that's
someone
true.
heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new
Very
batch
true.
of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly?
I know, right? Well, not everyone's so lucky as to have a Jeskar or a Lindsay.
And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, gods forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
What about the barbarian? She looks pretty heroic. I think her name's Amiri.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. You can tell she could tear a bear's head off with her bare hands, but she kind of scares me just a little. But, I mean, her sword's twice as big as I am. She could cut me down without even noticing. Just think on it a bit, alright? I'm sure you'll agree.
I'm sure I will.
Alright, I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
See you then. Talking to anybody? Like it? Alright, so we'll just head to our room, I guess, which I presume is at the entrance. Rim. Alright, now we go to our bed. Sleepy time. I'm sure nothing will happen in the night.
Help! Help!
What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Well, it's a good thing I'm still wearing all my armor and weapons. Uh-oh. A bandit. Or assassin, whatever. Yep.
Hey!
We're in turn-based mode. Turn-based combat, characters act in turns. Initiative check determines the order, which is to be expected. Initiative Q is up there, okay. During their turn, a character can take a single standard action, a single move action, a single swift action, and an unlimited number of free actions. All these actions together take about 6 seconds of real time. Most often, a move action is used for movement or drinking a potion, a standard action for attacks, spellcasting, or additional movement, and a swift action for activating special class abilities. Other combinations are also available. There are also so-called full round actions, which consume both your standard and move actions. By default, the system chooses the optimum combination of action types to perform your command. You can change the combination with right-click. Surprise round. If you initiate combat with an opponent who is unaware of your presence, your party gets advantage of surprise round. During this round, your characters can take a limited number of actions while the opponent cannot. Their move action can move the distance allowed by their speed, or they can drink a potion. The move action can also be used to change the character's active weapon state. During a surprise round, your character cannot perform a move action. Action. A standard action is used for most combat activities. Alright, this is just a standard attack action. Full round action. This is a long action which consumes both standard and move actions of the character in this round. They still can take a swift free actions. It can be used to make a move a double distance. It can also be used to make so-called full attack, which just lets you make more attacks. 5-foot step. A character can move 5 feet without triggering the enemy's attack of opportunity. Character cannot both take a 5-foot step and make a regular movement in the same round. Hold left shift to use a 5-foot step instead of a standard move action. Good to know. Free and swift actions. These actions are used to activate character special abilities such as Smite Evil, Judgment, Touch, Attack, and others. Right. Ooh, I'm already liking this. This feels much more like Dungeons and Dragons. So I just equipped a bow. I want to switch to this. Just switched weapons. We can't really move. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's no way we're gonna be able to outrun them, so we'll just stay here. How do we end our turn? End turn. Go. This turn. Rolled a 3 and missed. Then we're gonna attack with this flail.
This will hurt.
Oh! Rolled a 12. Alright, you can interact with various objects such as bodies and loot them. A shirt and a dagger. Let's see, dagger's 1d4. You do 2-weapon fighting, but without the feat, I don't think it's worth it. Alright. Yeah, we'd only get +1 in our left hand, and we get -3 in the other. Probably not worth it right now. And you were already wearing a chain shirt. Then, let's see. Get out of here.
In due time.
Oh, I need to. Yes, there we go. Other enemy. That stuff, thank you. Well, we could probably loot everything, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. It's just gonna take forever. Uh-oh. Somebody needs help. It's Tartuccio. She took a action and attacked. So these guys are at range, so I think it would make sense to change my weapon. At least try, and then maybe see if I can move out of the way a bit. Back a little bit so that they can't get directly on top of me. Back just a little bit so we're pointing in the right direction and end our turn. Then we'll take a hit against this guy. Ah, miss. So we must have rolled a 3 versus their 8 AC. Well, that's all we got. We can move. That's about it. Rolled an 8 against her 15. 6 versus... Ooh, somebody critical hit. Alright, let's try taking out this guy.
Strike!
I might want to move up actually and then switch weapons. I can switch my weapons anymore. That's interesting. Yeah, so it doesn't let me switch weapons. Is there a button for that? Hold on, I'm gonna check and see what the button is to switch weapon sets. Well, I didn't find one, so I don't know. We'll just do that for now, and then end our turn. Ugh, she's taking some hits. Nice. Good roll. Then I guess we'll just try and attack.
Don't hold back.
We're just not rolling very well. They don't even have that much AC. They only had 8. Switch my weapons. Our weapons back. Well, no, we already got the weapon.
This
Might as
will
well.
hurt.
There we go. Finally got a good
bit
roll.
longer and I'd have been. Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But
So
it's all
terrible.
right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory. Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen land. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Well, +1 rate. +1 to AC. That's not bad. We got 18 AC between our dexterity modifier, our armor, and that ring. So that's pretty decent. Alright, and then we will switch to our weapons. Yep, already did that. Thank you.
I'm there.
Oh, we gotta loot these guys. Oh, I like that they do group looting instead of having to click one each one individually. Yep, just group select. Got that. That's standard.
I do what I must.
But he's rolling. Tartusio rolled first. So, what does he have for spells? Magic missiles, and he's got his cantrips. What he's even got? Let's see. We'll have him move to here for now. We'll have him use magic missile on this bowman. Spells. Yep, I know how to cast spells. They have ranges, blah blah blah. Abilities, certain actions can be used. Sorry, cat's knocking stuff over. Attack of opportunities. If you're too close to an enemy, you try to move. Alright. Lindsay has spells as well. She also has Inspire Courage, which can give us a +1 morale bonus on saving throws, competence bonus on attack and weapon damage. She has a ear-piercing scream, which does 1d6 points of damage. This, so they could have the damage if they resist it. Or something. No, that's spell resistance. That one works differently. I don't know how that one works exactly. Let's go ahead and have her try it out. That worked, but he, oh, she rolled it pretty high, but he saved. Damage in half. They get to attack. He got a bad roll. Not great roll. Attack this guy, since we can't do much else.
You should have.
Nice! Roll a 19. And we'll use what's left of our move action to move up. Tartusio, he already used one spell. We don't want to waste them all on these guys, so we'll just do a regular. You want to do a ray attack? Or does he have a crossbow? Ray of Frost is 1d3. You have a crossbow? Crossbow would be better.
Leave this one To me.
No, I don't want to. So why am I attacking with Ray of Frost? There we go. I don't know why that got queued up like that. This has something to do with the AI. So there's where we can select the thing without opening our inventory. So we'll just have them attack this guy. There we go. Decent roll. Can we see the damage rolls? Then, can we make... I'm going to pause real quick and see if I can get the damage rolls to appear on the screen. Because that's actually... I like seeing those. Nope, unfortunately it doesn't look like you can. We'll just have to read it down here. So he's done. Lindsay, she'll take a shot.
Serves you right.
Got 4 damage in. He probably doesn't have much left. Missed. Even get up to him? I can. Attack with the flail.
Strike!
Alright. Come out. Padded armor. I guess we'll just pick everything up for now.
I wrote it like I saw it.
I'm off.
Oh, there we go. Did they give us anything besides daggers yet? So I'd rather switch out from the flail.
I'm there.
Dead folk. Dead folk have anything decent? Hide armor. Heavy mace, I like that better than the flail. And I think I can use medium armor. -3 to my skill checks, but I think we'll be okay for now. Because I'm not going to be using stealth too often until I have sneak attack. So we'll take... Oh, it's the same. Armor check bounty is better on the chain shirt, though. Oh, interesting, that's the same. And 1d8 versus the flail is also 1d8. I like the look of the mace better. Alright. What about Lindsay? Can she use the hide armor at all? She could. Her skill checks would be lower for her performance. Oh, she can't even use it, so it doesn't even matter. We'll just leave that as is. Dead bodies to loot. Gold, thank you. Oh, lost. Don't want to raid, steal from the Aldari. We are their guests. Oh, there's the barbarian Amari.
It's the end for you rats!
One initiative. Ushio. Raid out and take a shot with your crossbow.
Time to get my hands dirty again.
Shot. Her run up and take a shot.
You deserved it.
Got her. She got him. Got her. Get close? Nope. Can I charge as part of my full round for a charge?
Don't hold back!
Right, so we'll just move up as our second just to get in range. And all this must be for attacks of opportunity detector. That red arch. Alright. Lucio, we'll take another shot at this guy.
Any last wishes?
Down. Mari's probably gonna take this guy out before I could even get to anybody.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
Oh, Tortucci almost got it.
Blood for Gorum!
Alright, go get that blood.
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
I like that they highlight things so you can know what they are. A lot of daggers to sell. Oh no, the assassins! So generous. I'm afraid I can't offer you the same courtesy. Hey, you ugly mug, go get him! Oh dear. That is a frost giant. He just frost blasted those guys. I don't think I want to fight one of those right now. However, later on, my skills are especially designed for taking out giant targets like those. Alright, we'll take that. Oh, these have items too. Sure, the guards won't mind, will they? Won't they? I'll use the sword over the blades. Look better on a on this type of character, Slayer. Could start deal wielding. It's just I would lose. How much would I lose in my bonuses? I'd lose 4, but I would get an offhand attack. Probably not worth it. Not yet, at least. This passage is blocked. You cannot make it through this way. Skill check. Sometimes interacting with an object requires a skill check. Successful switches are needed for a variety of tasks. So basically, they've added some RP things. So like, there's some terrain, and you can try and get over it depending on what you roll determines what happens.
Applause, please.
So Lindsay rolled a dexterity check for us and succeeded. We rolled an 18. We needed at least 7. Alright, so we'll have her take a shot. Phase. One enemy within close range. That's right, this stuns people, doesn't it? Especially the low hit dice like these guys. Go, now he's dazed. My turn. Go get him, Rannick.
This will hurt!
Yes, it will. Alright, Tartuccio. Magic. Rolled a 2. 1d4 plus 1. He rolled a 1 and then got plus 1 equals 2. Not doing so good on his rolls for his spells. That guy's dazed. And we're gonna attack.
This is where I step in.
Wow, critical hit. Nice job, Lindsay. More armor, potions. The armory. I'm sure Jamati wouldn't mind if we borrowed some weapons.
Anything else?
In due time.
We are defending her keep after all. I think that's the least she could do is provide us some weaponry. Masterwork light mace, that's not bad. Heavy armor, I can't use that. I could use the breastplate. Because I only have +3 dexterity, +2. So that would make sense to use the breastplate. It's going to hamper my skills by 4 points, but I think we can accept that. If it's going to boost us up to 20 AC. Need this. Can't use that.
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
That doesn't seem right. We haven't earned it yet.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
What she said.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it.
Stealing from the Sword Lord in her own mansion? She'd have our heads.
How would she know it was us and not the assassins? Unless someone planned.
Don't drag me into this. You do what you want, but...
Alright. Oh. Wrong button there. Okay. Go. Get back to it.
Follow if you dare.
Gotta make sure we're not carrying too much, otherwise we'll start to slow down. We gotta go through here.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jaethal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead.
What?
These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean, undead?
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Alright. So we got traps to disarm. Want trickery to do that.
I see something.
Alright. So I'm guessing our bard probably has the most trickery.
Applause, please.
Yep.
Interesting.
Lindsay the Magnificent? Lindsay the Illustrious? Something more simple, like Lindsay the Great. Maybe Lindsay the Indecisive.
You gotta say, the voice acting in this game is quite good. Can't go wrong with scrolls. What are you dallying for? I'm telling you, Jamadi's cash has to be here somewhere. Well, hurry it up before it... Stop! Someone's coming! Alright, got more enemies to fight. Let's see. Tartuccio's up first. We'll have him just get in there and attack.
Leave this one to me.
Lindsay will do the same.
Serves you right.
Ah, you missed. Oh, not getting through that armor. Okay, so 14 is what they have to be after their stats for their dice roll. So this just shows what they need for their dice roll. Then we'll attack this guy. Nice! Critical hit. 20 damage. He got obliterated. That ends our turn. Her turn.
Unworthy.
Nice. All that. Oh, there's like a puzzle thing. Oh, we're not gonna do that. That's gonna take too long. Save. Alright, I'm up first. I can charge as a full action to get myself in range. Nice!
Just die already!
Ooh, we got a sneak attack on her. Unfortunately, she can't use charge because she's not in the right positioning, so we'll have her move to here. Spells or abilities she could use. Judgment, protection, divine favor. Nothing we need anyways for this fight. Her change position.
You deserved it.
Ah, bad roll. Rolled a 1.
They dare to attack me?
Nice.
Strike!
Dead. Lucio.
Time to get my hands dirty again!
Best. So I've actually played this game a little bit before, but I'm going to react to things like I haven't. But I did want to point out that combat turn-based right now is so much better than it was, in my opinion, than real-time with pause. It's much more organized. I feel like your abilities that you're using actually fit better. Oh, does she not get charge? I suppose she probably doesn't. Oh, she does get charged. It's just not on our hotbar. Nice. Lindsay's getting hurt. She needs to get healed up.
What a night, huh? I thought I was all alone. It's good you're here. A bit boring.
I would like to point out I haven't beat this game. I've only gotten past Act 1.
It's not fun at all. Many people have died for nothing.
Sound like a Kalashit, am I right?
Of course. I'm from Kadira. But tales of hot deserts and shady oases can wait until the fighting's finished. But if you'd like to share a dinner and pleasant conversation, just say the word. I like.
Well, there's assassins on the prowl. We have to go.
I don't know where you're heading, but I'll be at the entrance to the main hall. I think I saw some guards there. Join me there, if you wish.
Alright, let's loot. Lindsay's looking a little worse for wear. She does have Cure Light Wounds, so we'll use that on her. Oh.
Grotus, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Alright, so let's see. When do we want to choose? With the axe, stand and fight, or I'll really send you to your final rest.
Ow, rude. Speaking to a dying man that way. Look, I can't even move. What? It can't be. But I'm gravely wounded. I can't even stand on my own 2 feet. Watch. It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god. Not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Aaron is at your service.
Well, thanks. We could use a cleric. All right. Oh, you can actually manually set formations? I didn't know that. At least I don't remember that when last time I played some of this game. Oh, that must be new then. This should work fine though, and then we'll just harem and all up near the front.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere. Aha! Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi. Someone opened the gate, let in a group of assassins in the middle of the night. Now they've set the mansion on fire to cut off access to the hall. They don't want Lady Jamandi to get reinforcements. We cleared the passage so you can get through. Just try to avoid inhaling the smoke. We'll be right behind you. We just need to put out the fire first to save the mansion.
Considering Lady Jamandi's fate, I'm not surprised that a whole pack of assassins were unleashed on her, including a giant. But what's at stake? What could anyone hope to gain?
Who knows? Alright, let's just go.
Fire doesn't frighten me, thanks to hell's blood running in my veins. I'll go ahead and wait for you on the other side. Catch up!
May Abadar keep you safe.
Love these illustrated book story modes. As our adventurers stated earlier and much more tragic than we expected, the whole team who'd gathered in the hall yesterday had been reduced to but a handful of brave souls, led by Rannick, and not at all by the scoundrel Tartusio, no matter what he might have imagined himself. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her we had to march through fire, literally. As we approached the burning building, we covered our noses and mouths and we rushed inside. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound, blocking the way back. While we may not have planned on going back if we'd come in a little later, the flaming logs and red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Regardless, we're left with only one way to go. The hot air burned our lungs, and our eyes watered from the smoke, but Rannick led us stubbornly through the flames, while Tartusio did nothing useful at all. We made it to the hallway leading to the banquet hall when we heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even then, in that calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty. But now, amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial avenger, an armored deity, menacing but beautiful and merciful, descending from the higher spheres to help us poor mortals. She held a burned, barely living guard in her hands. "There are 2 more," she shouted as she passed us. "They are wounded. Help me pull them out." Tartusio grumbled something about how Jamandi was waiting for us. Meanwhile, Rannick, definitely athletics, and rushed to save the guards from the fire. Oh, we failed the check. How would we roll? Does it say? There it is. Oh, we rolled a 7. We had to get a 15. Saving the poor fellow was harder than it seemed. We inhaled a lot of smoke and burned ourselves, and once we managed to pull them away, more than once before managing to pull them away. Only then did Valerie pause to catch her breath and wipe her sweat from her face. Thank you. That was truly noble of you. Now let us rush to the Lady Aldori's aid. Sure, the guards we rescued were relatively safe. We made our way to the hall, where the battle was already in full swing. We got some fatigue trying to pull those soldiers out. She is a tower shield specialist, so we'll definitely want to put her in the front.
In due time.
No. Alright. Oh, we are encumbered, aren't we? Maybe we'll drop a few things here. Just encumbrance down. So this stuff's not worth a whole lot. I guess we're fine for now. So she's a Aldori sword lord, someone that specializes in fighting single-handed with like a katana or saber. Let's see. Oh, we need to get up here. So one thing I'm noticing is charge is a lot more useful now that it's turn-based. Can she get a decent shot in for charge? I don't think so. Can she use a 5-foot movement to do so, though? Though it might preclude her from being able to charge. Must be because we don't have a full action anymore. Alright, so then we'll just have her do protection. Fine favor. End her turn. Bertuccio. Have him start moving up so that he can cast Burning Hands. And for now, can he cast it right now? No, nothing's in range. For now, he'll use this and attack the guy closest to us.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Uh-oh, Bertuccio took a hit. Don't think he's gonna be. He's got to roll a 20 to be able to hit her. Oh, he's already down. Oh no, Bertuccio, buddy. Alright, so then let's go over here and attack this guy then.
Don't hold back.
Nice. Then it is Harim's turn. So they can definitely handle him. See, he's got less, so we'll use that. And I don't think he can use anything as a move action, but we'll have him not so clustered. And then we'll end our turn. Nice. Water Blast. Class called the Kineticist. Kind of like a elemental version of the Warlock. Then Valerie... She can't charge. It must be because this guy... Have her move up to here and attack.
Let us strike as one.
Nice. Lindsay's here. Here. Shot at this guy. Body. I don't think she can get to anything. Nope. So we'll just have her move. There first. We're definitely nothing at Valerie. She's got a lot of AC. I mean, like, roll 19s and 20s to hit her. Can I charge at anybody? Must have a clear path towards his opponent. Must not have a clear. Oh, I see. There's not so many in range that I have clear path. RM. More many actions. He could heal stuff. He could cast True Strike. Here's Amari. Nice. So then, Valerie, does she have clear sight of attack on somebody? I don't think she does. Just have her get in range of this guy. He looks pretty big and mean. Lindsay will take a shot at this Rift Channeler. Big whiff. I'll have her move up a bit in case we want her to cast a spell. And then finally could use charge. We'll use it on this guy. Nice. Nice. Attack him out too many because he was casting. He failed his concentration check. Something. I forget how those rules work. Alright, so now it is my turn. I'm gonna go hit a guy.
This will hurt!
Nice. They're going down. Whose turn is it? The cleric's turn.
Repent!
Oh, you had to roll a 10 and you rolled a 2. Nice. Got one of the mirror images. Uh-oh. What's happening here? Did she get feared? That guy must have did something to make her fear. Dazed.
Any last
Shot.
wishes?
Missed. Yep, cause fear. I saved though. Rolled a 15, needed a 13.
Unworthy.
one of the images is down.
You should have run!
Another mirror image is down.
Your life ebbs low.
That's the end of his turn. So I used my study as my move action. That's actually gonna allow us to get a better hit on him. Valerie's back. Right now she's dazed. Valerie! Where are you going?
This is where I step in.
All of us had an attack of opportunity over that cast.
As you order.
Alright, any useful loot here? Potions could come in handy. Got lots loaded down with stuff, so I don't want to grab everything. Ooh, can we loot this guy? Axe. Alright, Jamandi.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger, and that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
Bertuccio's trying to set me up. He's the one that gave me the ring.
In the middle of the attack, he took off the very ring that would guarantee his safety just to set you up.
Oh, failed.
Possible.
Rolled a 6, needed a 10. At 4 skill. Oh, I rolled a 2. It came out to a 6.
There's definitely a spy among us.
They both came to your aid, Lady Jamandi. But a liar's cunning knows no bounds. I've never met these two or their companions.
What do you mean? We've talked to her already.
For all I know, they're all conspiring spies.
How could you say that? We fought together. We literally went through fire together. And then you vanished into thin air. After you promised you'd wait.
My words might be rash.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy and the mug of a spy.
I know, right?
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
Lawful neutral. Forgive my trespass. In my defense, we were in the middle of battle and dire need of weapons.
Considering the circumstances, that was more than reasonable.
15.
That was a sound decision. Sometimes one must act at one's own risk and peril, until crossing the boundaries of what is allowed. Showing initiative is no crime.
It is insane when faced with death to stop and question whether you may be breaking some law or rule. Even more insane would be to ask forgiveness for making the right decision.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here? He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
Had to do the right thing.
Really, Tartuccio? You're seriously trying to blame someone for saving people from a fire?
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but...
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the Stolen Lands.
Lady Aldori, most of those who are to set off for the Stolen Lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
If my leader allows, I would join his team. He seems a worthy commander in my eyes.
Commanders, military leaders, all these laws and rules are but dust and vanity. I suppose I will accompany Tartuccio.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tartuccio.
Ugh, Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
As for me, I know neither of these 2.
That's not true. We were talking to you earlier.
And I have no wish to become an unwitting pawn to an unworthy leader. If Lady Jamandi allows, I'll remain in Restov and help mend the wounds this attack has inflicted. But who knows? The road may bring me to the Stolen Lands, but not yet.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spine guts from the trees.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the Stolen Lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navakta's Crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Levitin's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
Alright, so we're gonna head to Oleg's.
I'd like to believe you, but I know all too well how convincing traitors and spies can be. If you're truly innocent, I hope you can forgive me this precaution. While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patox. But you should know that it isn't just Patox we need to worry about. The Royal House of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless. And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Oh, we shall. All right.
Surviving a terrible night, our small team set off to brave our fate. Beware, Stolen Lands. Heroes are on the way.
Here we go, on to Oleg's. So this is actually more traditional Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder. We actually have a world map where you have to travel. Although I think they forgave, or it runs a little bit different because you don't actually have to stop and rest every night. Like normally by now we'd have to rest. And I think the amount of distance we're covering is probably on foot, not with horses. Who would we run into? Probably just some enemies. Yep. Leopard thingies. Ah, she missed. Oh, how'd that hit? Sight on that guy.
Tear them apart!
One down.
Strike!
Another one.
Serves you right.
Miss. Just by a few.
Do not fall back.
Nice hit. Both suggesting we rest.
What you want?
Let's see. That's weird. I wonder why it's not doing all of them simultaneously. We'll show a rest here. And some of us are a little beat up, so a rest will probably help. So you can actually rest anywhere in Kingmaker. We'll just put this down and click to use it. Resting interface comes up. You can set somebody to hunt to get rations, so you don't actually have to use your rations. You can also do some other stuff like camp camouflage to make it more hidden from enemies. Somebody can cook some food and get a little bit of a benefit if they do well. And then, of course, somebody to be on the ready during an attack is the watch person. So I think we'll just actually put. Well, no, we'll do camouflage. Try that out. Rest. Successfully camouflaged. These are healing spells that we had available to heal up. And we rest, which will restore all of our abilities. Not that most of us have that many.
I'm there.
Alright, so let me push on to Oleg's.
Follow if you dare.
Sounds like there's trouble. You should probably be at the front, and then Amari. In the name of the Stark Lord, the lawful authority in the Stolen Lands, we demand this week's tax and some beer. And where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us some dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money and we'll be on our way. You want to drink some of my blood too? I'm sick of you. You're like Locust. You think you control everything here just because you put up that painted rag of yours? You come here, squeeze us dry, and come... Oleg, a large man with a rough face, stops talking when he notices you. Ah, you must be from a guest from Rostov. Let's see, how would my character react? Definitely not there. Doesn't care about bandits. Definitely it. My task is to clear this land of bandits, and I'll start right now. Retreat! We're too few for a fight. Let's call for help from the camp. No way. Just means we can rob a few idiots instead of just one. To arms, everyone!
Don't hold back!
Ah, whiff.
Onwards!
Ah, another whiff.
They go down!
There we go.
You deserved it.
Missed. Missed.
This will hurt!
Ah, another whiff.
Stay behind me!
Man, what are we doing on rolls here? Yep, she's in room to charge. Oh, she doesn't have quite room to charge. Nice. Good hit.
Any last wishes?
Miss. Miss. Nice. He needed he's a 19 to hit me because I have so much AC.
You should have run!
Oh, wow, that guy's still standing. He's got a lot of HP.
Let us strike his body!
There we go. Wait, how did he die like that? Oh, Oleg must have shot him or something. Hey, we leveled up. Cool beans. Let's check it out. Get some good stuff here as level 2 Slayer. Slayer. Skills. Slightly less in athletics and focus on persuasion so we can actually pass some of these diplomacy checks. Alright, so we have Slayer talents, so we can select Rogue and Ranger talents. Oh wait, I can't select 2 weapon fighting yet? Oh, here it is. Oh, this would be good. I should probably get this at some point. Only works on intimidation checks. But not now. So... two weapon combat and select 2 weapon fighting. Put a dagger, for instance, in our offhand. Minus 2 from our main hand. -2 from our offhand, it looks like. Right? Base attack bonus is +2, +4 strength. We get -2 from 2 weapon fighting. Oh, that's interesting. Same for there too. Thought it was supposed to be -4. It was just 2 weapon fighting, then greater weapon fighting. Oh, whatever. And then let's do Valerie real quick. Probably not much to do on her since she's a shield specialist. Boom, boom. Oh, she's got another point. Do mobility. Let's see. +1 AC from our shield. Otherwise, what else can we do? Combat mobilities, okay. Armor focus, another AC unit. Heavy armor. Or weapon focus. I think for now we'll just do shield focus because she'll for sure have a shield all the time. I'll help get her burst barrier. Second level specialists can use the shield to screen themselves from burst spells and effects, gain a +1 bonus and reflex saves against them while employing a tower shield. It's just saying, like, with your tower shield to get a bonus to your saves against iterative effects. Medicine, treat affliction. Mari. Let's see. Reckless stance. Attack with abandon at expense for defense. She gains +1 bonus on attack rolls, but takes a -1 to AC. This bonus and penalty increases by 1 at the 4th level and every level after. Lethal stance. Competence bonus. Swift foot. 10-foot enhancement to her base speed. +1 dodge bonus to her armor class. 2 claw attacks, primary attacks, are made at the barbarian's full base attack bonus. They deal 1d6 points of slashing damage. Animal Fury. While raging, the barbarian gains a bite attack. If used as part of a full attack, the bite attack is made at the barbarian's full base attack bonus. -5. If the bite hits, it deals 1d4 points of damage. Plus half the barbarians. So basically it just gives an extra little chunk of damage if it hits. I think we'll go Reckless Stance. It feels like it's going to be the most useful. For a Rager. Lindsay. Bard talent. Skill points and trickery, because she'll help us with lockpicks and stuff. Knowledge, persuasion, magical device. Typical bard. So she's already got extra performance. It's a bard talent. So she can get really good at perception. She can do a weapon focus. Skill focus, intimidating prowess, fast stealth. At trick. So, bonus combat feat. I think. Which one is it? There's one that lets you shoot into combat. That's kind of like essential for people weapons. It was like precise shot or something. It requires point blank. So take point blank. With her crossbow sooner. Spell looks new. Doesn't sound familiar. Haze of Dreams. Just a new icon. So she's already got ear piercing, screaming, cure light wounds. 1 round per level. Could help with getting me, Rannick, into sneak. Otherwise, Hideous Laughter could be good for trying to disable a specific enemy, especially since we're in turn-based mode. Expeditious Retreat. Adds 30 movement to your speed, so you can get either into or out of danger more better. Hypnotism. Affects hit die, so it has limits as we get further into the game. Thinking maybe Vanish. Hideous Laughter. We'll try Vanish, that could come in handy. Alright, so I think we did pretty good here, and I think we're gonna call it for this episode. Simply so that we can start wrapping up this episode, since it's getting about an hour and a half. We got all the way through the intro, and we're gonna be, or tutorial essentially, and now we're gonna be actually into the full game. Starting off with Oleg here, telling us a little bit more about the Stolen Lands. So thank you for joining me on this. You know, I've really enjoyed it, and I do enjoy Kingmaker. It's quite a wonderful RPG. I'd say it's definitely an upgrade from Neverwinter Nights, even Baldur's Gate 2. That the quality of the voice acting and story is excellent, the amount of freedom of choice. There's a few things I don't like originally it didn't have turn-based combat, which was a bummer. I think it works great. And then there's some things with the classes I don't like as much, but that's nuts and bolts stuff, so we won't get into that. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and join me on my next episode. Bye-bye.